Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome to Podcasts and I hope you guys are doing well. And in this section we'll discuss the topic notable built-in functions. First of all, we'll start with the slide presentation part, which will cover the theoretical version, and in the next part of the section we'll see the implementation part. So let's start. I will start with the definition. That is the built-in functions are included as the standard component with the Python installation, and these functions are readily available for direct invocation within code, requiring no prior definition by the user. So basically, we can also define it as the function that you can use without importing anything. We don't need to import anything. Suppose we want to use the pandas library, we need to install pandas, we need to import pandas. But in this case, these functions are just built in. We don't need to do any import or installing. And basically, Python provides the built-in functions that you can use right away. Okay, and these functions perform common tasks like getting input, finding length, or converting data type. And as discussed earlier, we don't need to import any module to use them. For built-in functions, we can also say that they are these functions that the Python provides it by default, and you can call them directly in your code. And these functions help making code faster and easier. Now, why we should use them? So it basically, first of all, as we don't need to import or do any install, so it will naturally save time and it increases productivity. It is reliable and tested, and last is it covers everyday coding needs. Now, types of built-in functions are there are some categories here. First of all, we have input output functions, we have conversion functions, we have math functions, we have sequence functions, we have utility functions. Starting, we'll do with the input output function. So input here it is not included, but input is used to accept the user input. Then for output we have print. Okay, so for input output we take a input is used to accept user input, and print is used to display the output. Next we have the conversion functions. So in conversion functions we have the int, float, and string. So int, float, and string, these are the conversion functions. So what does int do? It transforms its argument in an integer data type, or we can also say convert value to the integer. Next is the float. It transforms its argument in a float data type, or we can also say it converts value to float. Third is the string str, that is used to transform its argument in a string data type, that is convert value to string. Then we have the math function. We have the absolute, which will return the absolute value. It allows you to obtain the absolute value of its argument. Okay, this is the absolute, which returns the absolute value. And we have the round in the math function. So it returns the float of its argument x rounded to a specific number of digits y after the decimal point. So basically, it rounds a number uh, for the x we are passing, and y will be the specified number of digits we want after the decimal point. Then we have the power in the math function, will returns the x to the power of y. So it raises the number to a power. Then we have the sequence of functions. In sequence functions, we have len, then we have max, min, and then we have sum. Okay. First of all, you start with the len, so which returns the number of elements in an object, or we can say it returns the length of a string, or it can be a list. Then we have the max, which use which returns the highest value from a sequence of numbers, or we can say it returns the maximum value. Then we have min, which returns the lowest value from a sequence of numbers, or we can say it returns the minimum value. And then we have the sum, which calculates the sum of all elements in a list designated as an argument, or we can say it returns the sum of total number. Then we have the utility function. So in that we have type, then we have sorted, and then we have range. Okay. First of all, you start with the type. It obtains the type of variable you use as an argument. So it basically shows the data type. Whatever we'll pass some value. It will show what is the data type of that value. Or if we pass any variable, it will show it will show the data type of the value stored in that variable. So that is the type. Then we have the sorted, which is used to sort the items. Then we have the range, create a range of it basically creates a range of numbers. Now we'll summarize what we have learned up till now. We'll summarize the functions. So first of all, we'll see the input. Input is used to take input from the user. Then we have print to print the output. Then we have length which returns the length of the particular string or the list. Then we have int, string, which basically the type conversion. Then we have absolute and round, which is basically to math operations. We have max and min, which are used to find largest or smallest. And summary of the topic notable built-in functions for the slide presentation part is the built-in functions makes Python more powerful and easy, and it is used to learn to use them. So we should learn to use them wisely to simplify our code. So that's the theoretical part. Now we'll move towards the implementation part, where we'll get better understanding about this topic. So let's move on towards the implementation part.